Welcome to Free Speech. And here's your host, Ray Smith.
All right, thank you very much. A lot of people want to know if long-distance relationship works. Yes and no, it can work. It all depends on the person who you're talking to be your fiancé and your future spouse. Now, there's a few things that you need to know from that individual in another country away from the United States. If there are things you need to know. Now, as a United States citizen, you can go to a lot of countries that you don't need a visa to enter into the country. But having someone you're trying to date to be a fiancé and from there to be your spouse in another country, they will need a visa to get into the United States. Now, there's a few things that have to be done before you spend any money. First, as the United States citizen, you want to find out from that individual if they have any criminal record. If they say no, you move on to the next question. You find out if they're married or they're single. If they're married, you won't be able to get that person to come over and visit you like that because they don't believe in things like that. One person married and go to meet someone is single. They don't like. Now, if it's the same gender like you, yes, you can invite them as a friend, just as a friend. But if they're married and the opposite sex, it's a no-no. So once they're not married, once they don't have a criminal record, then that's pretty good. Now, what you have to do, you have to leave the United States. You have to go and visit this individual in their country because they cannot get a visa to come and see you like that. It's not easy getting a visa to come to the United States. It's not. So when you visit that person, you have to spend at least 2 weeks in their country. If you can spend more, like a month or so, then it's much better. While you're there, you need to take a lot of pictures with you and that individual. Take picture going sightseeing. Take picture walking in the mall, walking on the street, holding hands, hugging, and things like that. Go to the restaurant, having lunch, having dinner, taking pictures. You have to have at least 20 pictures. You're going to need that. Now, keep your receipts. When you buy things there, your travel ticket, keep your receipt. Hotels, keep your receipt if you stay at a hotel and not staying with the individual at their house. Because you need proof to show that you did visit that individual. If you don't have these things, it's not going to work. Okay? So once you have these things, you leave that country and you're back into the United States. Now, you can file for that individual as your fiancé. They got what they call a fiancé visa. This is much easier to get in that person with you in the United States than filing for a green card. Green card takes longer to get when you file. So you're going to file what they call a K-1 visa. That's a fiancé visa. There's forms that have to be filled out. And they're going to want a lot of information from you about getting that person in the United States with you. They're going to ask a lot of things about that individual. They're going to require documents from that individual and documents from you also. So once you give all these things when you file the paperwork and they approve it in the United States, then they will send it on to that other country where your fiance is. Once it get there, they will notify your fiance about having a medical and a police report done. So your fiance have to get a police record to show you have no criminal record. Then they have to take a medical, a physical. You have to pay for the physical also. You gotta fill out forms online to get the appointment. Once that all is done, then you get the appointment to go and see immigration for an interview. Now, you want to let your partner know, whenever they ask a question, if it's a yes question or a no question, yes or no answer, just answer yes, period, full stop. No, period, full stop. Do not explain anything away from that. Yes, and that's it. No, and that's it. Now, if they ask you to explain something, then you can explain. But don't volunteer to explain anything. They will ask you a question on your application. They have the answer there already. So when your fiance filling out forms, you got to work with that individual. Let them know what you're writing, what you're doing. You all have to agree, and you got to be honest filling out the application. When you lie an application, you're going to forget what you put down when you lie. And then when you go for the interview and you tell them something else, they're going to turn you down because they know you're lying. So you got to be honest when you fill in these documents out. Right? Now, if everything works fine, your fiance get the visa, they have to travel as soon as possible. Within a week or two, they should travel, leave their country, and come to the United States. Once they get to the United States, they have 3 months. You both have 3 months to get married to that individual and file application for that person to stay in the country with you. Now, you got to do that in 3 months and file the application. Now, there's 3 things you can file. 1, for a green card. 2, for a work permit. And the 3rd one is the travel documents. I'll explain them. The first one for the green card, they start to get a green card so you can be a permanent resident of the United States. The work permit, just in case that person want to work, they'll need a work permit so they can work. The travel documents, now that person have family back home. Say something seriously happened to a close family member and they would like to go and visit that family member. They have the travel document they can use so they can go, come back without any problem. So while you file for the green card, they can stay right in the country until they get the green card. But it's best to file all 3 at the same time. Don't do one today, one next week, or one next month. File them all at the same time. But each one, there's a fee for each one. And it's nice to have the travel documents. If, say, you want to go somewhere out of the United States, you can take that person with you. Take them along with you. And there will be no problem getting back into the country. But if they don't have that, they'll have a problem getting back into the country. So understand these 3 things. 1 for the green card, 1 for the work permit, and 1 for travel permit. I hope this helped you all a lot. With that, you take care. Until the next time, this is Ray, and I wish you all luck. The best of everything.